On the point, Danny Lewis in the 02, Steve Black in the 1, the 0 of Dave Brunel, the number 30 of Jim Bryce, Marion Reno in the 8. Out of turn 4, the green's out. Ronald McDonald doing the job, waving the green flag. Greg Kelly in the 98, John Casser in the 32, Brandon Mann's 51, Curtis Stewart 55, the 18 of Buzz for Janik. Danny Lewis is going to lead lap number 1 of 8. And the heat race for the Falcone Chrysler Jeep Pro Truck Division. Dave Brunel looking to the low side of Chantel Germack in 3 and 4. Brunel into the position, up to second. Chantel Germack having a little problem, the truck washing a little bit high. Bryce in the number 30, looking low. Marion Reno wanting to come with him. Danny Lewis starting to pull away in the number 02. Jim Bryce down low, side by side with Germack. Bryce up to third, bringing Marion Reno along into fourth. A bit of a quagmire there going down the back straightaway. Germack apparently having some handling problems on the 24 truck. Greg Kelly right up to the back bumper. Kelly alongside of the 24. Just past the halfway point. 5 down, 3 remain. Your leader, Danny Lewis, but Dave Brunel is slowly closing in. Marion Reno a good ways off in third. Jim Bryce fourth. Greg Kelly in the 98 fifth. Germack hanging on to that 6th spot, but Brandon Mann's in the 51 looking low on him. Now Kelly looking low on a 30 of Jim Bryce for that 4th spot. White flag one more time around. For the Pro Truck Division, the battle still going on. Germack and Mann side by side. Oh, 3 wide. John Castor going down low. That's not a good thing to do. Going into a turn, the checkered flag comes out. Everybody comes out of that one A-OK, and the checkered flag does wave. And your winner, Danny Lewis in the 02, Dave Brunel in the 0, the 6, Sean Pilla in the 5, John Messenger, who led us in prayer earlier this evening, in the 51. 10 laps will be the distance for the Falcone Dodge Late Models. Dodge, the proud sponsor of the Late Model and Pro Truck Division. Paul Urso going to lead the Falcone Dodge Late Models out of turn 4 to the green flag. 10 laps the distance for the late models. Tommy Beck up to second. Here comes Mark Poole. Mike Adams in the 43 had some problems in practice. He looped the car in turn 2. Urso is going to lead lap number 1. Closing in on Paul Urso, Rick Miller right there, also Mark Poole. Paul Urso hanging on to that top spot. Tommy Beck, Rick Miller, Mark Poole. Everybody kind of driving a wise race right now, just kind of feeling things out. Mike Adams in the 43. That car pushing up. John Messenger down low, and that's for the 5th position. Everybody with a long night of racing for the late models want to make sure that everybody gets through the heat races, through race 1 to make it into race 2. Rick Miller pressuring to the high side of Tommy Beck for that second spot. Miller drag racing down the front straightaway with a lint flooring tile, number 60 of Tommy Beck. Miller into the second spot. Pressuring Paul Urso going into turn 3. 8 laps down, 2 remain. In this 10-lap heat race, the battle up front, Rick Miller now pulling alongside of Urso going into 3. Tommy Beck closing in also in the 60. Miller not quite able to hang on. White flag one more time around. Paul Urso holding Rick Miller at bay. Miller now out of turn 2 with a high side work and is going to go into the lead. So Rick Miller, your new leader on the white flag lap, coming out of turns 3 and 4. Down the front straightaway, Miller going to pick up the win. Urso second, Beck third, Mark Poole fourth, John Messenger fifth, Sean Pillett and Mike Adams will round out the top 5. Making sure everything's in place to go green flag racing. Well, he may not be going. 10 help. Everybody doing a great job here at the Speedway each and every Friday night. Larry Bahana leading them around like a herd of turtles. Out of turn 4, the green's out. We're never right here, we just get close. Neil Brown leads lap 1. Neil Brown, Gary Wiltrout, Larry Bahana, John Komarinsky, Ben Miley. Trying to get his car redialed in. He got hard into the wall here a couple of weeks ago, and the race prior to that he got into the inside retaining wall in turn 3, so trying to get everything sorted out where he can get himself back into victory lane. Cross flags, 5 down, 5 remain. In this 10-lap heat race, Wiltrout was your track champion here in 2002. And he's closing slowly on Neil Brown, but the car doesn't look like it's handling 100%. Looks a little tight coming off of turn 2 and out of turn 4. A little bit of a wiggle on the 95, but Wiltrout maintains control. Komarinsky running third now, Bahana fourth, Ben Miley in the 99 running fifth. Time around, Neil Brown comfortable advantage over Gary Wiltrout, John Komarinsky, Larry Bahana, and Ben Miley. Brown with 2 wins on the 2004 race season so far. He's going to pick up the win in heat race number 2. Wiltrout second, Komarinsky third, Bahana fourth, and Ben Miley in the Calusi Chevrolet number 99 rounds out the field. Asphalt, they're based out of Columbus, Ohio, and they are going to put on a show. Next Friday, we've got the Advanced Auto Part American Flyer Division. For their heat race, they take the green. Ken Dukic in the 50. The 0 of Joseph Richards, the 55. Bob Eastman, the 48. Of Gary Ancrom, the 34. Aaron Minjock. Gene Greco in the 22, the number 6 of William Bone, Bill Bone, the 32 of Dan Jordan. They're all stacking it up out of turn 4. They're going to go 2. No, I thought they were going to go 3 wide. The number 5 of Bill Oldham, the 4 of Nick Bacalon, the 05, Andy Giles. Race fans, I'll tell you what, Talladega has nothing on Motordrome Speedway. At the least, they were 4 and 5 wide back there. Smoke flying off of these things. Oh, you gotta love it. The Advanced Auto Parts American Flyer Division. This is such a cool division. The cheapest way to go racing, Roger Bryan in the 12. Guarantee these guys don't have $1,500 in the whole car. Bill Bone in the 6. Oh, hang on. He went high. He's down low. He diamonds the track. That was a sharp diamond, but nonetheless, Bill in the 6, hanging it all out. Ken Dukic, meanwhile, up front, your leader. He's pedaling as fast as he can. Bob Eastman in the 55, but here comes Dan Jordan in the 32, but they've only got 1 more lap to go. The white flag is out. Dan Jordan in the You Pull It 32 is pulling it along, trying to get that second spot, and he does. Now Jordan is going to try and reel in the leader. He may run out of time. Tires squealing, brake lights flashing. Ken Dukic going to come out of turn 4, pick up the checkered flag in the Advanced Auto Part American Flyer Division feature event. Second going to Dan Jordan. Third, the 55. Everybody else, I think, finished right there. The 55.
I think it makes a great gift for any dad.
Absolutely. Smale Pontiac GMC Open Wheel Modifieds. The 98, Mike Bacalon. The 16 of Gary Scott. The 76, Tom Knight Jr. 35, driven by Rich Nicola, out of turn 4, the green's out. Bruce Hamilton in the 29, Bo Glemba in the 99. George P. Nicola in the 97, your winner here a couple of weeks ago. The number 5 of Jim Nicola, the 49 of Jim Webb. Gary Scott up front, but Mike Bacalon says, toot toot, I'm coming through. The Froggy 98.3 car is running second, and he's wound up. It's his night, his race night. The sponsor is here, wants to make a good showing for the Froggies people. Bacalon looking low on Gary Scott. Scott hanging on to that top spot. Bacalon kind of feeling him out, no doubt. Mike Bacalon hanging right to the back bumper of Gary Scott. Scott in the Swissville Music number 16. If he blinks the wrong way, and there it is, Mike Bacalon looking low. Looked like Scott's car washed high just a little in turn 2, brings it back in line. Bacalon right with him. We've got battles all over the place. Your leader, first and second, third and fourth. Knight and Nicola, Bo Glemba, Nicola and Nicola. It's not an attorney group. They're the guys running for 5th through 8th, or 5th through 7th. Meanwhile, Mike Bacalon into the lead in the 98. The Froggies car into the lead. Gary Scott hanging right with them. Mike Bacalon, the new leader in the Froggies number 98. Gary Scott second. George P. Nicola in the 97. Trying to close in. 2 laps remain. 8 laps the distance in the Smale Pontiac GMC open wheel modifieds. White flag. 1 more lap to go. I'll bring to that. Scott putting the pressure on Mike Bacalon. Bacalon, washes high, but Bacalon going to take the checkered. Scott second, Nicola third, Knight fourth, Bo Galemba fifth. It's Nicola and Nicola. Jim Nicola and Rich Nicola. Mike at GMC Open Wheel Modifieds. Great to have you with us. Out of turn 4. Dodge going to lead him around to the green flag. Oh, Kostelnik down low. In the 11, into the lead. Kostelnik right there with him, made it 3 wide down the front straightaway to hop into the second position. Kostelnik putting the pressure on your leader, John Probanik. Working him over, looking down low, going into turn 1. Probanik hanging tough, but Kostelnik right there wants the position. Probanik hanging tough. Matt Panay, Matt Smith working each other over for that 4th spot, trying to work over Dodge for that 3rd spot. Whoa, I thought they were going to go 3 wide. Kostelnik again looking low on your leader, and they do go 3 wide out of 4. Matt Smith said, I've had enough of this. Halfway, 4 down, 4 remain. Kostelnik working all over Probanik, just wearing them out. Matt Panay and Matt Smith duking it out for that 3rd spot. Matt Smith now with a little bit of an advantage, but Matt Panay coming right back at him. Probanik hugging that yellow line. Kostelnik wiggles out of 4. The white flag, your leader, John Probanik, wants to take this one from start to finish. Kostelnik looked low again, but Probanik hanging tough. Matt Smith way, way back in 3rd. Out of turn 4, the checkered flag. Your winner, John Probanik in the 11, Adam Kostelnik in the 60, Matt Smith in the 3, Matt Panay in the 32, the 47 of Chris Dodd. Hey, John Cater in the Fire Flame 4, cool car, I like the paint scheme. Frank Turek in the 5, the 31 of Sean Phillips, 25, Dave Tabamarino, the 15 of Jonathan Heilman, the 71, the green's out. Tom Knight Sr. in the 71, the 03 back with us, Sean Zeiler. 8 laps. Street stock heat race, 8 laps. Frank Turek alongside of Vince Cater. Oh, Cater wiggles. Oh, Turek looking low on Rimmel. Rimmel washed high. Opened the door, and Frank Turek took advantage of it, moving down low. Into turn 3, they're side by side. Frank Turek, Robin Rimmel, side by side out of 4, down the front straightaway. 31 of Phillips to the high side of Tabamarino, and the 4 of Vince Cater, sandwiched between 1st and 2nd and 4th and 5th. And the flamethrower 4. Phillips now to the high side, but will he hang on? Tavermino in this 25, staying strong. Phillips drag racing him down the back straightaway, but Tavermino right there with him. Continues to lead Robin Rimmel, and that battle wages for the 3rd spot. Cater, Tavermino, Phillips, throw in the 71 of Knight. This is going to be a good feature, I guarantee you. Two laps remain, 6 down, 2 remain. In the Subway Street Stock Division heat race. White flag one more time around for your leader, Frank Turek. And your winner, Frank Turek, picking up the win in the number 5, Robin Rimmel 2nd. Dave Tavermino into 3rd, Vince Cater 4th, in the 74. The 13, Chris Vergona. Eight laps the distance. Out of turn 4, the green's out. 83 of Hank Massaro, 64 of Bill Henry, the 45, a new car with us tonight, Donald Blank. Oh, Blank having a problem. 68, Jamie Shipley, and the 36 of Will Ashton. Bill Ashton, his dad, injured his wrist. We'll talk about that in a little bit. Jason Holder hanging strong, Chris Vergona right there with him. The 77 of Rich Burbage, Bill Henry. Tires squealing as they go through the turns. Jason Holder continues to lead. Chris Vergona. I couldn't even tell the number to you. Cross flags halfway. Jason Holder, 4 down, 4 remain. Holder hanging strong. Chris Vergona, Rich Burbage, All right there, Burbage waiting for the mistake. Vergona slid high slightly, but hung on to the spot. Burbage dirt tracking through the turn, looking low on Vergona down the back straightaway. Rich Burbage now down low on Chris Vergona, side by side. 2 laps remain. And Burbage now up to the 2nd spot, dropping Vergona back to 3rd. Here comes the 83 of Hank Massaro, working over Bill Henry, the white flag for your leader, Jason Holder. Turn 4, Jason Holder is going to pick up the win, taking the checkered. Rich Burbage 2nd, Vergona 3rd. The 83 of Massaro 4th, and a close battle for 5th. Tracy Keller in the number 1, the 95 of Jim Stokes, the 17 of Dave McManus. You want to announce that? You know anything about it? The Harley giveaway. Out of turn 4, the green's out. Scott Aiello washes high. Ship takes advantage of it. Down the back straightaway, Bob Ship jumps into the lead. Tracy Keller coming along with him. Dave McManus in the 17. Hooking onto the back bumper of Keller. Scott Aiello got the Pizza and Gyro Works 24. Working again. Hanging on to that, trying to hang on to that 3rd spot. Bob Ship feeling the pressure. Tracy Keller in a BK Electric. Number 1 right there, working him over. 2 laps in the book. Bob Ship hanging it out. Tracy Keller trying to work the low side of the speedway. But Ship hanging strong. Oh, Ship a little sideways out of 4.
Hey, watch that. Like you said. I did not think so.
Oh, Bob Ship is hanging it out in the turns. Tracy Keller said, why not? And I might as well too. So Ship and Keller dirt tracking it through the turns, thinking the dirt's back on the speedway, but it's not. But at any rate, wheeling and dealing. Bob Ship's going to take the white flag out of 4 down the front straightaway. The Shadlure Special 04 of Bob Ship. Into turn 3, Ship holding off the 1 of Tracy Keller. Out of turn 4, he's going to pick up the checkered flag and the win. Bob Ship, Tracy Keller, Dave McManus, Scott Aiello, and the number 9 Margie in the 65. AAA, buckle up. Don't forget, you got to click it or you get a ticket. It's the law, so you got to buckle up. Right, Judy? You got it. Racers do it. There's no reason why you can't. Green's out. We're racing. Giles, your leader in the number 50. Mike Lemley working him over in the 4. I'm going to tell you something right now. This is going to be a barn burner of a feature. Lemley to the high side. You got a lot of really competitive cars in this division, and they're showing how it's done right now. Lemley alongside of Giles. Giles down low, Lemley up high. Two down, side by side, Giles and Lemley. Lemley now putting it ahead slightly down the back straightaway, but Giles comes right back at him in the turns. Jeff Giles in the 50, Mike Lemley in the 4. They're duking it out to the cross flags. Halfway, 3 down, 3 remain. In the Yellow Book Charger division. Oh, Scott Margie going around in turn 2 in the 65. Grabs a gear, hits the gas, keeps it going, keeps the show rolling. And we're still 2 by 2, 2 laps to go. Jeff Giles, Mike Lemley, side by side, lap after lap, the way you like to see it done. Lemley pulls him out of 2. Giles comes right back at him into 3. They're still wheeling and dealing for the top spot in this heat race. Out of turn 4, the white flag one more time around. Jeff Giles, Mike Lemley into 1, still side by side. Lemley gets the advantage down the back straightaway. Giles coming right back at him. Let them know you appreciate it, fans. Out of turn 4, who's it going to be? Giles down low, Lemley up high. Oh, Lemley bobbles Giles out of turn 4, and it's Giles at the stripe. Holy catfish Andy, what a heat race that was. Wow. 4. Also, we've got polo shirts to give away on your yellow ticket. 682-181. Brunel in the 0, the 1 of Steve Black. John Castor, 32. Curtis Stewart, 55. Brandon Manns in the 51. Danny Lewis, 02. Greg Keller, your points leader in the 98. Buzz Furjanic in the 18. To infinity and beyond. It's Buzz, not Lightyear, Furjanic in the 18. Laps the distance. Out of turn 4, Bryce Gurmack going to lead him around to the green flag. Bryce Gurmack, oh Gurmack a little sideways. Who's it going to be on lap 1? I don't know, but Bryce is sideways. Give it to Gurmack at the stripe, but Jim Bryce right back at it. Marion Reno right there with him. John Castor putting the chrome horn on Marion Reno, not quite. Came close. Oh, they're running in tight formation. You sneeze, you got trouble. Jim Bryce trying to hold up Marion Reno. John Castor up the 3rd. Here comes Dave Brunel in the 0. Brunel alongside of Gurmack. Marion Reno into the lead in the 8. John Castor into 32 up to 2nd. Jim Bryce now back to 3rd. Dave Brunel up to 4th. Gurmack back to 5th. There's more stuff happening. Marion Reno in the 8, hanging on to the top spot. John Castor running a close 2nd. Dave Brunel working the low side of Jim Bryce. Brunel now up to 3rd in the 0. Here comes Brandon Manns in the 51. Manns coming along with Brunel up to 4th. Oh, Greg Kelly into the 30. Oh, hang on. Gurmack, Black, and Danny Lewis. Oh, tough break. Marion Reno coming out of 4, taking the green. Dave Brunell. Brunell hanging strong in the 0. Jim Bryce in the 30, Greg Kelly in the 98. Kelly, your points leader in this division, has won just about everything, trying to make his way up through the field. Reno with about a 2-truck length advantage. Now Brandon Manns down low on Dave Brunell. Greg Kelly right there with him. Manns alongside of Brunell for that 3rd spot. Closing on Marion Reno. That battle heated and heavy for that 3rd spot. Brunell and Manns. Brunell hanging on to the 3rd spot. Manns down low, trying to work him over and move him out of the position. Brunell has nothing to do with it. Castor trying to close on Marion Reno. Cross flags halfway. 10 down, 10 remain. Kelly stuck in behind. Got to work for it though. He is behind the 51 of Manns in the 0, Brunell. John Castor looking low on your leader, Marion Reno. Reno hanging strong, but Castor working him over. Brandon Manns, meantime, still trying to work over the 0 of Dave Brunell. John Castor again looking low on Marion Reno. Reno washes high. Castor down low. Castor going to pull alongside. They've got the slower truck of Buzz Furjanic ahead. Reno now back to 2nd for Janik. The move over flag for the 18 of Buzz Furjanic. Castor into the lead. Reno back in 2nd. Brendan Manns meanwhile up to 3rd. Here comes Greg Kelly in the 98. Kelly up to 4th, dropping Brunell back to 5th. John Castor starting to pull a little distance on Marion Reno. The handling may have gone away from the number 8. Brandon Manns, meanwhile, has to hold off the 98 of Greg Kelly, and Dave Brunell coming right back at it. 5 laps to go, 15 down, 5 remain. Can he pick up his career first win in the Pro Truck Division? John Castor in the 32. Marion Reno sitting in the 2nd spot. Slowly but surely pulling away into 32 on his way, quite possibly to a career first win. 2 laps remain for your leader, John Castor. Marion Reno running 2nd. Brandon Manns a good distance back in 3rd. Greg Kelly 4th. The 0 of Dave Brunell is 5th. This time by, Castor's going to pick up the white flag one more time around. John Castor's got to be hearing all the bings, all the bangs, all the bumps, all the noises. Into turn 3, coming into 4, out of turn 4. Going to pick up a career first win in the Pro Truck Division. John Castor in the 32. Marion Reno finishing 2nd. Brandon Manns 3rd. Greg Kelly 4th. Dave Brunell rounds out the top 5. Curtis Stewart, Jim Bryce, hang on, Chantel Germack going around in turn 1 as she crosses the stripe. Steve Black in the 1 and Buzz Furjanic in the 18. And Chantel Germack loops the 20. Career first win in the Falcones Chrysler Jeep Pro Truck Division is. Don't want to miss it. It's going to be a blast. I guarantee it.
Michael.
Race fans, let him hear it. He's climbing out. John Castor picking up a career first win. Let's turn it over to Mike Dunn down in Victory Lane for the Victory Lane interview. Mike?
Thanks, Dave. John. John, take a drink of that. You deserve it, buddy. Hey, congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Grab your trophy here. You'll look good with it. John, heck of a race, buddy.
Nice job.
Thanks a lot. It was a lot coming, and I'd like to thank my brother, Rick Miller, Cossels, Scrinnies, Pinkertons. I'd have to look on the other side. JT something, but motorcycles, I'm just so fired up.
They can all see the other side over there. Hey, rumor has it you used to be a Charger champion. Now you're driving the Pro Trucks, picking up your first win ever with the Pro Trucks. What made you switch from Chargers to Pro Trucks?
My brother showed up with it one night. He bought it for me to drive, so we tried it.
And you like it?
Oh, I love it. I love it.
Hey, you and Reno were going at it pretty good there. You got past him on the 13th lap. What was working for you? You know how the truck looks like it's driving fine, obviously, but
It worked real good. We raced either real clean. I don't believe we touched each other, and I was just trying to get a line on him. That's all.
it was a good, clean race. John Castor, congratulations, buddy. Picking up his first win ever in the Pro Trucks division.
All right, Mike Dunn, great interview. John Castor, a career first win in the Falcone Chrysler Jeep Pro Truck Division. I'm sure we'll see many more of John Castor in Victory Lane. Marion Reno, a good strong run, solid run, finishing second. 04 418 474. That's it, no more. Go get your prizes. A white Ford Taurus. Your lights are on. No, I did not announce it, so your lights have been on since you pulled in here. So go get your lights and turn them off. White Ford Taurus, DAN, 3 in the back of the pack. Not to discount Gary Wiltrout. Gary has had a real run of bad luck here lately. Gary Wiltrout out on the outside of the front row. Are all straightened out and back into Victory Lane. Larry Bahana looking for his first win of the year. 50 laps of the distance. The Falcones Dodge Pace Truck into the pit area. Out of turn 4, the green's out. Bahana, Wiltrout going to lead him to the flag. And Gary Wiltrout into the lead immediately in the number 95. The idea to make it through race 1 so you can get into race 2. These guys, they think it's race 2 and it's the end. Trying to go 3 wide, but they think better of it. Larry Bahana, 61. Paul Urso in the 37. Tommy Beck in the 60 now, pulling alongside of Larry Bahana. Paul Urso up to second. Gary Wiltrout now starting to stretch the lead. Rick Miller and Neil Brown trying to work their way up through traffic. Gary Wiltrout's got the Stoner 95 cranking, hooked up and hauling the mail. Larry Bahana trying to stay with it as Mark Poole is down low. Poole trying to move into the 5th spot. Rick Miller taking him 3 wide down to the back straightaway. Here comes Neil Brown to the high side of Miller. A quagmire of cars as we go into turn 1. Miller into the position. They're going to go 3 wide again. Neil Brown backs out of it wisely. Not afraid to stick his nose into it. The 90 of Greg Kelly into the pits. 3 wide again down the front straightaway. Oh, bang! 33 of Komarinsky into the side of the 61 of Larry Bahana, and Komarinsky into the position. Meanwhile, back up front, Gary Wiltrout continues to lead, but Paul Urso is closing. He's bringing along Tommy Beck. Sean Pilla in the number 5, running 4th, but he's got Rick Miller breathing down his tailpipes. Mark Pohl trying to close in on Miller. Miller now to the high side of Pilla, moves into the 4th spot. Neil Brown says, I've had enough of this, I'm moving up as well. Oh, tight formation out of turn 4. Tight quarters as well. Pilla, Neil Brown, now up to the 5th spot. Mark Pohl in a 96, now trying the high side of Sean Pilla. Neil Brown looking to work over Rick Miller for that 4th spot. Miller hanging tough, but the top 3 are pulling away. Miller's car not coming up off the turns real well. Neil Brown is right there with him though. Gary Wiltrout continues to lead. The separation between he and Urso stays the same. Urso back to back stays the same. Now Neil Brown to the low side of Rick Miller as they drag race down into turn 1. Put the Coors Light number 98 into the 4th spot. Miller trying to come right back at him. Everybody in their positions. Neil Brown trying to close in. Still enough time. Rick Miller, the handling, maybe not up to par in the 25. Had problems in his primary car with the electrical system. Going to the backup, and it's not performing, no doubt, like he likes. 33 of John Komarinsky having a problem. Oh, Larry Bahana looping in turn 4. The Yellow Book caution. Pick him up pace truck heads into the pit area. Gary Wiltrout's going to lead him around. Paul Urso, 60 of Tommy Beck. The green's out. We're back up to speed. Urso closes a little bit, unable to take advantage of it though. Gary Wiltrout's car wiggled out of turn 4. Now Tommy Beck looking low on Paul Urso. Neil Brown running a close 4th. Rick Miller a close 5th. Now Gary Wiltrout able to stretch the lead slightly. Tommy Beck down low on Paul Urso into 37. Neil Brown looking for a way around. Turn 4, the 61 of Larry Bahana going around. And yes, the Yellow Book caution flag will come out. 61. The Falcone Dodge Pace pick-em-up truck into the pits. The green flag's out. We're back up to speed. Oh, Tommy Beck letting Paul Urso know that he's back there. Neil Brown working over the 60. Rick Miller just kind of sitting back waiting to see what happens. Neil Brown now up to 3rd. Here comes Rick Miller. Miller looking low on the number 60 of Tommy Beck for that spot as well. Gary Wiltrout continues to lead. Paul Urso 2nd. Paul Urso, maybe not. them straighten it up. Urso hanging on, but losing ground on your leader, Gary Wiltrout. Neil Brown working over the 37 for that second spot. Brown looking down low. Into 1 and 2. Neil Brown now pulling alongside Paul Urso. Neil Brown smelling the lead. Brown up to second. With clear track ahead of him to close in on your leader, Gary Wiltrout. 22 of 50 in the books. Neil Brown now down low on Gary Wiltrout. Brown into 3, into the lead. Wiltrout back to second. Paul Urso now looking for that spot behind Brown. So Neil Brown, your new leader. Gary Wiltrout second, this time by the cross flags halfway. 25 down, 25 remain. Looking to the high side of Gary Wiltrout as Neil Brown starts to stretch the lead. Rick Miller in the 25, not a factor. Tommy Beck unable to close the gap on the 37. Paul Urso right on the back bumper of Gary Wiltrout. John Komarinsky back out. We didn't think he was going to be able to make it, but indeed he did. No doubt getting the car sorted out for the second feature event. On Gary Wiltrout, but unable to make any kind of an advance. Oh, we're being attacked by giant moths. Urso again looking low, but Wiltrout holding on to the spot. Neil Brown now with at least a half straightaway advantage over Wiltrout. No, Wiltrout dirt tracks it out of 4. Possibly going up in the 99 and fire on the 99 of Ben Miley. Possibly a lot of oil down here in turns 1 and 2. And the motor Neil Brown gonna lead him around out of turn 4. The green's out. continues to stretch the lead in the Coors Light, number 98, the 95. Oh, hang on, Bahana going around on the back straightaway. Larry Bahana in the 61 loops it, and the yellow book caution. Say, okay, guys, we're going to go green flag racing. The buzzman down on the front straightaway says, all right, we're going to go racing. Oh, hang on. Whoa, 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 Seabiscuit. Oh, hang on. Mark Pohl going around in turn 1, and the caution flag coming back out. Green's back out. We're racing. Neil Brown with a real strong run in that 98 continues to pull away. Gary Wiltrout second. Paul Urso, Tommy Beck, Rick Miller working over Mark Pohl. Miller down low. Working over the 37. The 37 of Ursa are working over the 95 of Wiltrout. Wiltrout just trying to hang on. Oh, Ursa a little strong into turn 4, but hangs on to it. That battle really starting to shape up for that second spot. Now Wiltrout able to draw away slightly. Urso real strong into turn 4. But Wiltrout drag racing him has got the strength down the straightaways. Oh, Tommy Beck, a problem on the 60. Possible flat right front. He went into the turn. The car almost turned direct right. 50. So far, no serious incidents. Pace truck is in. The green's out. Neil Brown leading him around. Lap 39. Of 50. Brown again pulls away. Oh, John Messenger looks like he's on a mission. The 51 of Messenger trying to work over the 5 of Pilla. Under the hood of the 96 of Mark Pohl. The motor sounds amiss under the 96. Meanwhile, Neil Brown is long gone. Downtown Brown heading to victory lane in 7 laps. Gary Wiltrout now has to deal with Paul Urso and Rick Miller. Miller has closed on Urso. You can definitely hear the engine misfiring in the 96 machine of Mark Pohl. This time by 45 down, 5 laps to go. Flagman Denny Carson giving the 5 to go signal to your leader Neil Brown and the balance of the field. given by starter Denny Carson to Neil Brown. Gary Wiltrout continues to run second. Paul Urso third. Rick Miller fourth. Out of turn 4 down the front straightaway. The white flag one more time around. And Neil Brown's going to pick up the victory. Second going to Gary Wiltrout. Paul Urso third. Rick Miller fourth. Mark Poole with a misfiring motor finishes in the 5th position. Sean Pilla, John Messenger, John Komarinsky, and Mike Adams rounds out the field for the Falcone Dodge late models. He's out of the car, race fans. Give him a big round of applause. Mike Dunn?
Neil Brown, congratulations, buddy. Heck of a win.
Thank you. Got to give all the credit to my pit crew. They've just did an awesome job here this year, and they've been giving me a car that's good enough a monkey could drive it.
Yeah, I mean, I know there was a lot of starting and stopping that race, but about halfway through you took the lead and never looked back. Your car just looked unstoppable tonight.
I just can't say enough about the crew. I'd like to thank all the fans for coming out, because without them guys it wouldn't be possible to be here, and we appreciate all your support. I'd like to thank Coors Light, Frank Fuhr Wholesale for all their support, and I'd like to dedicate this race to Diane Foulstar and pit crew. She's having a few problems tonight, and we're glad she's here with us tonight.
Good stuff, Neil. Hey, congratulations. You've won the last 2 races here at Motordrome, and we'll see you in the 2nd race tonight. Ladies and gentlemen.
I was waiting for one of the girls to come down, but they didn't come down.
.34 of Aaron Minchak. The 22, Mean Gene Greco. Gene the dancing machine. Gene Greco in the 22. The 05 Andy Giles, the 12. Purple 12, another new car, Roger Bryan out of Smithton. 8 laps the distance. The horns will be blaring, the brake lights will be flashing, the tires are going to be squealing, and these drivers drive like it's Talladega Super Speedway. They go 4 and they go 5 wide. We don't care about the yellow line here at Motordrome Speedway. You can use the whole track, including the popcorn stand if you'd like. Bill Oldham's going to lead him around to the green flag. Out of turn 4, Denny Carson's flag is in the air. It's waving. 8 laps the distance. Down into turn 1, the number 5 of Bill Oldham. On the inside, Dan Jordan on the outside. Dan's got her wound up and cranking. Jordan into the lead as they head into turn 3. Bill Oldham right back, hanging with him into number 5. Bob Eastman in the 55 in 3rd. Richards in the 0 is 4th. Here comes Bill Bone in the 6. Bill up to 4th. Dan Jordan, your leader, in the 32. Now these guys are going to make a fool out of me and not go 4 or 5 wide. What is the deal? This is a great division, very affordable, very safe. You can see the brake lights coming on as they head into the turns. Cars with all the safety equipment, roll cage, drivers wearing the Nomex uniforms, helmets, gloves, the whole 9 yards. A lot of fun, very affordable. Get the rules off the Speedway website at motordrome.com. Oh, hang on, Gary Ancrum in the 48. Gary having a problem, reels it back in. Jordan is long gone in a different zip code right now in the 32. Bill Oldham in the 5, trying to throw out the fishing line and reel him in. Meanwhile, Bob Eastman in the 55 is trying to close in on Oldham. Richards in the 0, trying different lanes on the racetrack. Whoa, hang on. Bill Bone nearly getting together with a 50 of Ken Dukic. Joseph Richards in the 0. Bill Bone in the 6. Oh, popping a little popcorn on the 0.5 of Andy Giles. Problems on that car. Looks like he may head into the pits. They're going too wide out of turn 4 down the front straightaway. Bill Bone in the 6. Joseph Richards in the 0. Throw in Ken Dukic as they try to go 3 wide down the back straightaway. Here they go. I'm telling you, they like to go 3 and 4 wide. The white flag out for your leader, Dan Jordan, one more time around for the Advance Auto Part American Flyer Division. Jordan with better than a straightaway lead, almost a straightaway lead over Bill Oldham in the 5. Hung up behind the 05, but out of turn 4, the 32 of Dan Jordan going to pick up the win. Out of turn 4, Bill Oldham in the 5, going to finish second. Bob Eastman third. Joseph Richards in his first race finishes 4th. Ken Dukic in the 50 is 5th. Then it's Bill Bone, Nick Bacalon, the 3rd.
He's out of the race car, ladies and gentlemen. Dan Jordan, the 32 car, picking up his 2nd win of the year. And Dan, congratulations.
Thank you.
Hey, grab that trophy, man. Congratulations. Looks good. Hey, what was working for you out there? You opened up a nice lead. Looked like the car was running fine.
Just playing around with the air pressure a little bit. That seems to be what makes the car handle better out here. So.
Didn't you have a bad wreck a few weeks ago?
Yeah, I totaled a car. Looked just like this, and I built another one. So.
That's a lot of work. But then again, we've had a few weeks off for you to get those repairs done. What do you do for like the 2 or 3 weeks? Like we've been rained out. What do you do? Is a lot of work to do on the car, or do you just kind of sit around and wait to race?
Well, there's really not a lot to do on these cars, so you just put it in the garage and wait till good weather.
Understood. Hey, Dan, congratulations.
Thank you. 2nd
one of the year. Hey, how about those sponsors real quick? I almost forgot about that.
Brooks Automotive Group, Sechrist, you pull it. Bob Costles, you pull it. And I'd like to thank the fans for coming out.
All right, you heard it here first, folks. Dan Jordan, 2nd win of the year.
Laps the distance for the Smale Pontiac GMC open wheel modifieds, and we really appreciate the folks from Smale Pontiac being here, taking the gorgeous pick 'em up truck around out on Route 30. Visit the folks at Smale. They do a great job here at Motordrome Speedway. We really appreciate their help. As Glemba and Kostelnik going to lead the field around the Falcones Dodge pace truck into the pit area. The green's out. Down into turn 1, the open wheel modifieds rumming along. Kostelnik immediately into the lead. Matt Panay in the 32 up to 2nd. Here comes Gary Scott, the Swissville music store owner, in the 16 up to 3rd. Matt Smith in the 3 on the high side. Mike Bacalon coming along with him, dropping Bo Glemba back in the field to the 6th position. Now Gary Scott in the 16 looking low on Matt Panay as they head into turn 3. Kostelnik trying to put a little distance on the field, but Gary Scott quickly makes his way into the 2nd position and is going to look to reel in your leader. Matt Panay closing on Scott. Matt Smith right there, Mike Bacalon right there, George P. Nicola mired in the middle of the field in the 97, trying to work his way up. He was your winner 2 weeks ago. Matt Smith now drawn alongside the 32 of Matt Panay. Here comes Mike Bacalon along with him. Smith the 3rd, Bacalon to 4th, Panay back to 5th, Glemba 6th, the 11 of Probanik. Oh, Probanik bobbles, gets whacked by Knight. Urbanic bobbed and weaved in 3 and nowhere to go. Knight banged the back bumper, but they both continue. Now the battle, we got a problem in turn 2, a car down low. The battle for the lead is Gary Scott and the 60 of Kostelnik. I can't see the car down there on the inside. It is a red car, the 57 of Tom Heilman. Kostelnik, oh, in turn 4, Bo Glemba going around everybody on the binders. Hang on. As the yellow book caution flag comes out, Hands transmission number 60, Swissvale Music on the side of the 16 of Gary Scott. Oh, hang on, the green's out. We are up to speed. Kostelnik bobbles and weaves into 1. Scott now looking to the high side of Kostelnik. Matt Smith, Mike Bacalon, everybody running in close formation. 7 laps in the books. Bacalon now trying the high side of Smith. Smith slams the door. Nose to tail right now. Anything could happen, and you hope it doesn't. Gary Scott continues to work over the 60 of Adam Kostelnik, with Matt Smith working Scott over, with Mike Bacalon working Smith over, with Matt Panay working Bacalon over. This is going to be fun. Now Gary Scott tries the high side out of turn 4, down the front straightaway. They're side by side into turn 1. Kostelnik down low, Scott up high, Smith right there, Bacalon right there, Panay right there. Panay. Here we go, Kostelnik and Scott wheeling and dealing side by side for that top spot. 10 laps in the books, the cross flags halfway as Barry answers his telephone in the middle of an event. Oh, we've got him almost 2 by 2. Mike Bacalon to the high side of Matt Smith. Hope he knows he's out there. Gary Scott now into the lead in the 16 going into turn 3. Dropping Kostelnik back to 3rd. Smith, Bacalon still side by side. Oh, Matt Smith going around on the front straightaway, and the yellow book caution going to come out. Oh, tough break for Matt Smith. Hold him off. How many Gary Scott fans out there? The green's back out. We're up to speed. Kostelnik going to pull him down the front straightaway. Gary Scott trying the high side again on Adam Kostelnik. He made it work the last time. He wants to see if he can do it again, but Mike Bacalon is right there with him. Bacalon's going to tuck right in. No, not actually. Next time by, possibly, he's going to tuck down low. He's looking, but Bacalon not able to get the advantage on Scott. Scott trying to work high, trying to work low on Adam Kostelnik. Gary Scott again looking. Oh, Scott bobbles and weaves, and that opens the door for Mike Bacalon. Bacalon up to 2nd. So now Kostelnik has to hold off Mike Bacalon for that top spot. And Bacalon is hot and heavy in that 98 machine. Gary Scott now getting the car righted and back into the groove and right there with Mike Bacalon. This time by 5 laps remain. 5 down for your leader, Adam Kostelnik, feeling the heavy pressure. Mike Bacalon right there with him. Gary Scott as well. Now Gary Scott looking low on Panay into 3. Contact made. Bacalon a little sideways. Scott down low. They went into the turn. Scott went down low on Bacalon. Contact was made. Now Bacalon bobbling and weaving, and a yellow book caution coming out from Matt Smith again. Charges way to the front. Green's out. Kostelnik with Gary Scott glued to his back bumper. Scott chasing him into turn 3. Kostelnik wiggled a little in turn 2, but he was able to maintain the spot. Gary Scott's looking low. Gary Scott again down low on the 60 of Adam Kostelnik. Kostelnik closes the door. Mike Bacalon right there with him in the 3rd spot. Scott dirt tracks it out of turn 4. That allows Bacalon to close. Bacalon looking to the high side. Now the battle's shaping up for that 2nd spot. And Kostelnik no doubt saying good, keep it up. But Gary Scott hanging right tough with him. Bacalon washes high out of turn 4. The white flag one more time around. Can Kostelnik hang on to the position? Gary Scott right there. Mike Bacalon. Oh, Mike Bacalon chrome horn in it. Gary Scott right to the back bumper of Kostelnik. Kostelnik trying to hold him off. Gary Scott in 2nd. Mike Bacalon under a blanket. And your winner is going to go to Adam Kostelnik in the 60. Adam Kostelnik picking up his 2nd win of the year after the opening night win. Out of the car, Adam Kostelnik, race fans. Give him a big round of applause. Mike Dunn in victory lane. Mike?
Adam Kostelnik, take it off.
A little warm, Mike.
Hey, congratulations.
Yeah, thanks. First off, I want to say that hats off to Gary Scott. He run me clean. I was blocking him, but you know what? I'm leading the race, so you got to pass me. Mike Bacalon the same way. Just good fun racing. We were real loose. I had to work for this one, man. They guys were all over me. Like I said, I want to thank Gary Scott and Mike for running me clean. You know, they could have dirtied me any time, and they didn't. Like I said, awesome job tonight. Just Harry Lazader and Buzzy Viglione, they worked their butts off. I don't want to swear, but you know what I mean, the whole Viglione, Ruth, Joe, Dez, Chris, everybody. First off, thank my sponsors, Harry Lazader Auto Service, Bowling Machine, Stan's Transmission, I don't know, whoever the stands for coming out, but special thanks to Buzzy and Harry and Josie and Chris. Them guys work hard all the time. Carol for making us lemonade when it's hot out. Hey, just thanks.
I think you answered most of my questions right there, but I did want to ask you, I know your brother Andrew runs in the Charger division. You guys both won in the 1st week. None of you have won since until just now, so does this give you like bragging rights with your brother, or what's going on?
Maybe he'll pull it off tonight. We'll see. We'll have to wait and see. He's the last feature, so he's going to start a little bit back in the pack, but hopefully he can pull it off too, so you never know. That's what's racing about.
Very true. We'll see about that. All right, Adam, good race. Congratulations. 2nd win of the year for Adam Kostelnik here in the modified division.
Hey, Adam, just bring it up here.
Carson signals one more time around. We're going green flag racing. The number 68 of Jamie Shipley The 03 back with us. It's good to see him back. Sean Zeiler, the 15 of Jonathan Heilman. The 45 new with us tonight, Donald Blank. And the 36 filling in for Dad. That's Will Ashton. His dad, Bill, hurt his arm, so he's sitting it out tonight, and his son, Will, is behind the wheel. Out of turn 4, the green's out. We're up to speed. In the Subway Street Stock main event. 20 laps the distance for the Street Stocks. Vergona, Tavermino. Up front, Vergona is going to put it into the top spot. Jason Holder, your heat race winner, into third. Here comes Robin Rimmel in the 22, the 31 of Sean Phillips. Mired in the middle of the field trying to make his way through. Working over the number 83 of Hank Massaro. Vince Cater in the number 4. The coal flames out of the side of the number 4. My favorite paint job. Chris Vergona's got his hands full. Dave Tavermino knocking on the door. Robin Rimmel right there with him. Jason Holder also. Vergona washes out in turn 2. Tavermino down low in the 25 into turn 3. Side by side, Robin Rimmel right there. Jason Holder right there as well. Throw Vince Cater in the mix into number 4, and Sean Phillips trying to win you a sandwich. Vergona now back to third. Holder down low. Tavermino washed high. Oh, hang on. Oh, there was a... Woo, yeah, Vergona hanging on to it. Still bumping and banking and beating and banging off of each other. Oh, we got another problem on the front straightaway. Knight and the 68. And the yellow book caution flag comes out. To make his way up through. The green's out. We're back up to speed. Tavermino out of turn 4 has got Robin Rimmel. Oh, Vince Cater to the pits. A problem on the number 4 as we take the green flag. Tough break. Robin Rimmel hanging right with Dave Tavermino. And that top spot, Tavermino out of turn 4 going high, but Robin Rimmel going with him. Frank Turek, meanwhile, in the number 5 is making his way through the field. Frank Turek started way back in, I believe, the 12th position. Has made halfway through the field and is working over Sean Phillips. Now Robin Rimmel down low on your leader. Going into turn 1. Robin Rimmel down low on Dave Tavermino. Down the back straightaway. They're almost side by side. Tavermino hanging on to the top spot. Now they're side by side into 3 and 4. Rimmel inches ahead. Now it's a whole car length ahead as they head down the front straightaway. Ooh, here comes the sandwich man. He's working over Chris Vergona for the 5th spot. He's minus a spot. He's got to now pass Frank Turek, who had passed him. Oh, Burbage sideways out of 4, gathers it back in. Got together with Massaro out of turn 4. No harm, no foul. They continue under green flag racing. Robin Rimmel continues to lead. Dave Tavermino, Jason Holder looking high, looking low for that 2nd spot. Now he's got to deal with Frank Turek in the number 5 closing in. This time by, cross flags halfway, 10 down, 10 remain. Frank Turek down low on Jason Holder out of turn 4. Robin Rimmel, meanwhile, pulling away. Turek up to third. Frank Turek looking low on Tavermino down the back straightaway. Turek now alongside of Tavermino for that second spot as they head out of turn 4. Now Robin Rimmel, 12 down, 8 remain. Don't know if Rimmel's looked back, but now he's going to have to deal with Frank Turek. Does Turek have enough time to reel him in? Robin Rimmel, no doubt wishing this was a 15-lap race, but it's not. All kind of racing going on back here in the field. The 77 of Burbage, Bill Henry, dirt tracking it through the turns. Oh man, you gotta love it. They're a lot of fun to watch. Jason Holder now looking on the 25 of Tavermino for that third spot. Don't know if you're watching towards the middle of the back of the field, but these guys have been dicing it out. Burbage, Henry, the 83 of Massaro, the 68 of Shipley, the 15 of Heilman, who goes a little sideways. Man, that's the kind of race that Bill Henry into the wall. He says, "How the heck with the wall, I'm going." He's sideways into one. He hangs onto it. That is a fun battle going on back in the middle of the back of the pack. Guys duking it out like it's for the first position, the top spot. But Robin Rimmel holds that, and he is about a quarter to almost a half a track ahead of Frank Turek. Jonathan Heilman in the 15 has been sideways more than he's been straight. But he soldiers on in the 15. May have a tire going down on the 15. Almost gets into the wall. It was headed for it. Two laps remain. 18 down. Your leader, Robin Rimmel, gets the signal from starter Denny Carson. Once Rimmel took the lead, that was it. He was set the sails and was off to the races. The white flag out. Well, he's already at the races, so he couldn't be off to the races, but you know what I mean. For those of you who care and can hear, which is more important. But out of turn 4, Robin Rimmel is going to bring it around to the checkered flag, pick up his second win of the year. Frank Turek second. Tavermino hanging on for dear life for third. Jason Holder fourth. The 31 of Sean Phillips, Chris Vergona. The fun battle of the night, heading right down the front straightaway. So winner Robin Rimmel getting the checkered flag and the victory lane photos. He's climbing out of the car. Let him hear it, race fans. Your winner, Robin Rimmel, picking up the Subway Street Stock win. Mike Dunn.
Robin Rimmel.
Thank you.
Hey, you kind of, it took you about 6 laps to get by the 25 car, but once you did, man, you opened up a big lead, never looked back.
Yeah, the car was handling real good tonight. I was keeping an eye on the scoreboard for Frank. I knew he was coming.
It looked good. You're a long-time street stock driver, and you've always driven street stocks. Is that correct?
Yes.
Never had any desire to go anywhere else. You're a fan of the street stocks.
No, they're a lot of fun to drive.
They are. You're good at it. Second win of the year. How about those sponsors?
I'd like to thank Harsenberger Trucking, Napa Auto Parts, Donegal Pharmacy, Flying Bears Trading Post. I want to thank all the fans for coming out tonight. I want to thank my pit crew, Tammy Ainsley, Gene Greco, and I want to thank my wife and parents up on the hill.
Good stuff, Robin. Hey, good work. Grab that trophy. Second win of the year for Robin Rimmel, ladies and gentlemen.
All right, Mike Dunn. Great interview there with Robin Rimmel, picking up the win. The Napa Auto Parts number 22. We saw the Harley Davidson, the Harley Sportster buzzing around. You can certainly register to win that Harley at the souvenir stand. We have the entry blanks. Go to your local lineup. I will have you know that. But anyway, we got the confusion sorted. I think we've got it all figured out. Miller, Sean Pilla, Ben Miley, Neil Brown, Greg Kelly, and Jim Bryce. The Falcones Dodge Pace truck, pick-em-up truck, leading them around into the pit area. He goes. The green's out. We're up to speed. On the jump, Tommy Beck in the 60 into the lead. Larry Bahana to the high side of Gary Wiltrout. Wiltrout to the low side, trying to take over the second spot. Tommy Beck will lead lap number 1. Wiltrout will go into second on lap number 1. Keep your eyes on Rick Miller and Neil Brown. Brown mired in the back right now. Miller able to make his way up through the field. Oh, hang on in turn 1. Mark Pohl, Paul Urso, John Komarinsky going around in turn 1, and the Yellow Book MOTORDROME Speedway. The Falcones Dodge Pace truck into the pits. The green's out. Tommy Beck, Gary Wiltrout. Rick Miller to the high side of John Messenger. Tommy Beck in the 60, holding off Wiltrout. Larry Bahana third, but here comes Rick Miller to the high side. Neil Brown now making his way up through the field, and he's bringing along the number 90 of Greg Kelly. Paul Urso making his way back out. It's going to go at least 1 lap, possibly 2 laps down. Somebody's missing. There is a miss in one of the cars, and I heard it when it went by, and I'm not sure if it's the 25 or the 61, but it sounded like a miss on one of those cars. Somewhere in that group of cars, certainly not the 25, so possibly the 61, having a problem under the hood. The battle up front. 60 of Beck getting around the lap car of Urso. And it indeed is the Rick Miller number 25 that's got a miss. Okay, I'm told he's hitting the rev limiter, and it sounds like a miss. That's kind of high revs at the flag stand. Just beyond the flag stand, the rev limiter kicking in, and it makes it sound like a miss. Paul Urso back into the pits. Neil Brown now a long way to go to close in on Miller, but he is up to the 4th spot. Greg Kelly in the 90 doing a great job, now up to 5th, and drops the 51 of Messenger back to 6th. Gary Wiltrout now looking to get around Beck, went in hot and heavy into 4 and lost a little momentum. Got to get used to the fact that these fuel-injected cars have rev limiters on them. on Gary Wiltrout and Tommy Beck. We'll tell you an interesting story about Rick Miller after this event, or when we get a quiet moment, on why that rev limiter is engaging. Gary Wiltrout hanging strong with Tommy Beck. Rick Miller is definitely closing a gap. Neil Brown trying to reel in the top 3 running cars. He's running 4th. Greg Kelly is 5th. Doing a great job in Neil Brown's second late model. The car washing out on him though in turn 4. And that's the difference between the late models, the horsepower, and these late models, and the horsepower and the handling and the tires on the trucks. Greg may be driving it in just a little too hard into the turn. And when he does that, it exits the turn and goes a little bit higher than it should. So that's just a matter of him getting adjusted to his entrance speed, thus getting a good exit lane or exit line out of the turn. 1 and 2 isn't too bad. 3 and 4 is a little bit tougher for him. It looks like he's kind of reeling that back in and maybe getting the hang of it. Oh, the battle now up front. Tommy Beck off the pace, Gary Wiltrout into the lead. Rick Miller up to 2nd, Neil Brown into 3rd. Tommy Beck, the Gremlins bite again. Beck goes from 1st to 4th. I don't understand it. I really don't. That car is always so strong, and it was like he moved out of the way and let them go by. Now it's like it's back up to speed, but I'll scratch my head, that's for sure. Now the battle for 2nd finds your top 2 point men. Miller and Brown, now Tommy Beck right back in the thick of things. Gary Wiltrout is checked out. Neil Brown now up to 2nd. Tommy Beck coming right back at him, trying to get up into 3rd. Beck down low on Miller as they come out of turn 3. Neil Brown's closing a gap on your leader, Gary Wiltrout, as we approach the halfway in this event. 21 down of 50. Tommy Beck back up to 3rd. Now the slower cars ahead of Gary Wiltrout may have slowed his momentum, or Neil Brown has just absolutely reeled him in. The 99 of Ben Miley, the 33 of Komarinsky with damage to the left side of his car, the sheet metal flapping in the wind, no doubt from that earlier incident in turns 1 and 2. Wiltrout easily makes his way around the 99 of Ben Miley, as does Neil Brown. John Komarinsky eats the move over flag and moves down low, allowing Wiltrout and Brown to make their way by. And again, Tommy Beck has a problem in turn 2. Rick Miller gets by for the 3rd spot. Now Neil Brown is within a car length of Gary Wiltrout, just past the halfway mark. Can Neil Brown make it 2 in a row? Neil Brown on the back bumper of Gary Wiltrout. It's a long way back now. Brown down low on Wiltrout. Drag racing down the back straightaway into turn 3. Neil Brown now into the position. Wiltrout back to 2nd. Neil Brown, your new leader. Tommy Beck and Rick Miller trying to get around to 33. Oh, hang on, Rick Miller straightaways in turn 2, and the yellow book caution flag with a strong run, running 5th. The green's out. Neil Brown. Oh, Greg Kelly feeling racy, trying the high side on Tommy Beck. Greg Kelly up to 3rd in the number 90, not yet, but he's wheeling and dealing. The 90 will take the spot on that lap. Greg Kelly trying the high side, but a little bit too high, loses the momentum. Tommy on a spin in turn 2. Larry Bahana going around in turn 2. Pace truck off the track, green's out. Neil Brown on the hammer again. Gary Wiltrout sandwich. He's a Coors Light sandwich. And Greg Kelly is working him over. Laps, 30 down. Neil Brown not quite as strong as he was in previous restarts and previous laps, or Gary Wiltrout got awful strong because he's hanging right with him. Now Rick Miller trying the high side on John Messenger. Down the back straightaway, Miller in the 25 up top. Messenger down low. That battle continues for the 4th spot. Miller up to 4th, Messenger back to 5th. Rick Miller with his sights set on the 90 of Greg Kelly. Kelly, oh, washing high, oh, hang on, he's got to hold it in the line. Miller down low. Greg Kelly doing a great job. It's just a matter of seat time. Oh, hang on, Seabiscuit. Greg Kelly a little bit hot into the turn. Loops the number 9. John Komarinsky, Tommy Beck, Larry Bahana, and Greg Kelly. The green's out. Tommy Beck in the 60 trying to make his way up through the field. Mark Poole in the 96 looking to work over the 51 of Messenger. Ben Miley in the 99 into the pit area. Looked under the hood, and he's got the car refired, maybe rejoining the field, albeit a lap, at least 1 lap down. Miley back onto the speedway in the number 99. Right now, it's Neil Brown's race to lose. He's definitely got the car hooked up. Rick Miller slowly trying to chisel away the distance between he and Gary Wiltrout and Neil Brown. to go. 40 down, 10 remain. Neil Brown continues to hold fort and lead this event. Close to the outside wall as he exited turn 4 on that last lap. Stretched the distance over Gary Wiltrout. Mike Adams. As Neil Brown makes his way out of turn 4 to the 2 laps to go signal. 2 more times around. And it's win number 2 for the Coors Light, number 98. Oh, Ben Miley again, problems. And is there oil or some fluid on the track? And the caution flag, the yellow book caution coming out on lap 48. 410 sprint car in the All-Star Series. The series is open to all car owners and drivers who have a desire. Falcone's Dodge Pace Truck off the speedway. Neil Brown on the throttle, bringing him around to the green flag. White flag waving for your leader, Neil Brown, as he heads to his second feature win. Gary Wiltrout going to give one more shot at it. Brown maybe just a little bit too strong. Wiltrout into 3 is on the gas. Oh, a little wiggle, a little bobble, and the checkered flag. Your winner, Neil Brown, picking up the win. Gary Wiltrout a close second.
Hey, there he is. Out of the car, Neil Brown. Neil, long time no see.
Yeah.
Hey, good race.
This is a great night. We just had an awesome car here tonight. Hope we can make it run like this again next week.
Man, you started 12th, I think. Passed a lot of people. That Coors Light car is a silver bullet. Tell us a little bit about the preparation when you're running 2 50-lap features versus, a regular show. What do you have to do differently tonight? Like, what's your mindset? A little more conservative in the first race, or how does that work?
We come here with a goal to win both races. My crew chief said if we'd win both races, he'd shave his head.
I did hear a little bit about that. Tell us about that.
Well, he told me at the beginning of the year if we win 3 races in a row, he'd shave his head. So we won at Jennerstown Saturday night, twice here. He's going to be bald next week.
Is that one of these guys right here? Where is he? He's hiding. He knows what's about to take place. Oh, there he is over there. All right, well, hey, how about those sponsors one more time?
I'd like to thank Coors Light, FB Fuel Motorsports. I'd like to thank Syntex, all the fans for coming out. Appreciate you guys, because without you, we wouldn't be here. And really appreciate the support.
All right, Neil Brown, ladies and gentlemen. Second win tonight, third win in a row, which means one of his... There he is. That guy's shaving his head and his face. That's crazy.
Again, race fans, we want to remind you, if you have the urge to go dirt tracking tomorrow night, tomorrow night, the place to be is Pittsburgh's Pennsylvania Motor Speedway. They've got a race tomorrow night and Tuesday night, Topless Tuesday. Now, guys, it's not what you think. The late models in the limit, MOTORDROME Speedway. And again, we appreciate everybody being here. If you're on your way home, drive safely. Shake hands with Red Miley on the way out the door. Tell him you appreciate everything we're doing here at MOTORDROME Speedway. Caution light is out on the Falcone's Dodge pace truck. Hey Bob, did you get me any? All right, that's good. I want 3 or 4 of those funnel cakes now. God bless you. We have the plague up here. We have had, everybody's blessed tonight. All right, Judy, calm down. Green's out. Jeff Giles in the 50. Dave McManus. Oh, here comes Tracy Keller in the 1. Heavy on for that second spot. Tracy Keller now up to second. Jeff Giles continues to lead. Scott Aiello in third. Dave McManus, a little bumping, a little banging going on. Keller now looking low on the 50 of Jeff Giles. Scott Aiello dirt tracking it through the turns into 24, hanging it out. Tracy Keller now into the lead on lap number 3. Down low is Dave McManus, and Aiello has been every way but straight. He's hanging it out in the 24, the 04 of Bob Shipp, up to 4th. Dave McManus to second. Giles back to 3rd, now back to 4th. Shipp with a donut on the right side of his car, and a car going around in turn 4. Scott Margie in the 65 grabs a gear, spins it around, and continues on. Danny Angelico in the 14 to the pits. Oh, hang on, Kostelnik, Aiello, contact. Aiello hanging on to it. The Peach and Gyro Express was gyroing out there. Bob Shipp in the 04, reeling in Dave McManus. Scott Margie ahead of Tracy Keller. Mike Lemley in the 4, now working the low side of Kostelnik. For that 6th position, Keller working the low side of Scott Margie, putting him a lap down. Bob Shipp on the back bumper of Dave McManus. McManus a little sideways in 2. Shipp unable to make the pass. Danny Angelicchio back onto the speedway in the number 14. 9 laps in the books, this time by, 10 down, 5 remain. Bob Shipp now looking low on McManus. McManus hanging strong in that second position. Now Shipp, nope, going into 3. Backs out a little bit, lets him get the position. Angelicchio to the pits again in the 14. Tracy Keller with about 5 car lengths. Bob Shipp down into the grass now, down low on McManus. This time by, the signal will be given 2 more times around. 13 down, 2 to go. Bob Shipp now up to second. Time is running out. Can he close on Tracy Keller, your leader? Mike Lemley, meanwhile, on the number 4, the low side of Ken Dukic. Or I'm sorry, the 50 of Jeff Giles. Painted the same as Ken Dukic's flyer car. Harold Hunt nearly getting into the wall out of 4, gathers it back in. The white flag one more time around for Tracy Keller. Lemley now up to 4th. Tracy Keller being careful with the 88, and that's allowing Shipp to close in. Out of turn 4, Keller, back straightaway, hard crash. The checkered flag comes out, and your winner, Tracy Keller, meanwhile, a vicious crash on the back straightaway. Kostelnik got sideways and was T-boned, luckily not in the driver's door, but the right front tire. Looked like it took all of the impact. Kostelnik is out of the car, the 52nd.
You and your brother have been racing for 6 years. This is the first win between the 2 of you.
Yeah, it is. It's a good one, too.
How'd it feel? It was pretty cut and dry. I mean, you got off to a lead, and you held the lead the entire way.
Yeah, the car was working real good. Vic set the car up. I mean, we were just hanging and banging out there, man. It was running real good.
I know you're a local boy from Smithton, and I guess that's your car that I always see just parked, like right within the boundaries of Motordrome Speedway, just right there down the road.
Yeah, we actually drive the car right to the track and drive it right back home.
Hey, nothing wrong with that. How about those sponsors?
Oh, I got to thank Arielix Machining, 7D Industries, King's Hotel. I really got to thank B&K Electric over there, and my brother Vic, Mike, Casters. I got a ton of people to thank.
All right, Tracy Keller, congratulations, buddy, picking up the win. His first of the season, his first of his career. And I think that'll do it for tonight. We'll see you guys back here next week for more exciting racing action.
Hey.